Thank you.
Recently, I read a quote somewhere. I think it is ascribed to Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, very famous. He also wrote a journal to himself that was later published, a very famous work. It's called Meditations. He was trying to live a good life. Even in he was the emperor and he had a big kingdom and he was fighting wars and he was writing these journals, even while in the front of the battlefield. When he comes back after the battle, he sits down in the tent and he writes his journal. And so it's a very famous compilation of his journal. Not that he intended for this to be published as a book, but it later on got published. I think this quote is from Marcus Aurelius. Enough discussions about being a good man. Just be one. Where the rubber meets the road is where we are in our daily lives, in families, in professional settings, or outside on the road, driving or visiting shops. That's where the rubber meets the road. And taking what we learn and how we train on the mat is to really, or the value or the cash value of what we learn on the mat is spent when the rubber meets the road. All right, I think we have enough people on. Let us begin again. Three deep breaths. After that, normal breathing. Without any forced effort. Simply stay with the breath. Very alert, yet very relaxed. the wonderful show of experience appears and flows. Everything is moving. The hard mat and the floor is also moving. Palms to the heart center. Namaskar mantra. Remember a person that you love and respect, living or not. Dedicate this session to that person. From the bottom of your heart. Chin to the chest. Opening your eyes. Inhaling, palms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms going down, looking down. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling. Exhaling. One last round. Inhaling. Exhaling. Release. Come up to standing. Feet hip width apart. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, reaching up to the ceiling. Come up onto the toes. Exhaling, heels down. 4 more rounds. Reaching to the ceiling. On inhalations, exhalations, heels down. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, take your arms back, move your hips forward, gently look up. Exhaling, straightening up. Keeping the balance on your feet even. Inhaling, back bend, exhaling, straightening up. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, bend your knees deeply, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhaling, straightening up. 4 more rounds. Keep your weight on your feet even, sitting back as much as you can. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling center, exhaling, bending towards the right wall. Keep your left arm behind your left ear. Inhaling center. Exhaling, bending toward the left arm, right arm behind your right ear. Inhaling center. 4 more rounds. After completing, release arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhaling center, exhaling, twisting to the right as best as you can. Turn your head, look past the right shoulder, inhaling center. Exhaling, twisting to the left, turning your head. Inhaling center. 4 more rounds. After completing, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskar Mudra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara, diligence and attention. Begin. If the mind has wandered away and you're practicing on autopilot, begin again with this breath as if you're starting all over again with your diligence and attention. After completing, separate your feet comfortably, stand relaxed. And even as you stand relaxed, you're staying with the experience of each breath as it flows. Three deep breaths. Let's practice Veerabhadrasana variations. We'll start with second variation. First, let's practice this against a wall, and then we can practice it without the wall. Now find a wall and stand with your back against the wall. Hands on the waist. Separate your feet, broad stance. Turn your right foot away, so your right foot is parallel to the wall. Now bend your right knee and bring the right knee on top of the right ankle and slide your back foot away as much as you can to get your right thigh parallel to the ground. Take the support of the wall with your back against the wall. So you can confidently slide your back foot as much as you can to get the right thigh parallel to the ground. You will feel the posture on the inner thighs, and then bring the spine to vertical posture. Even if initially as you're bending the right knee, you might have leaned toward the right knee. Consciously straighten up the spine and you're looking straight ahead. Now you will be feeling the posture on your inner thighs. Raise your arms parallel to the ground, palms facing down, your shoulders on your back, on the wall. Your shoulder blades are on the wall. Gazing at your right fingertips. Now bend your right knee just a bit more so your spine vertically goes downward. Just a bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, straighten up the right knee. Bring your feet comfortably closer. Release your arms, stand relaxed. Now, this experience with the support of the wall might be different than your previous attempts from the mat without the support. The prop of the wall should give you the psychological and physical support for you to explore your edges even more with the strength derived, psychological strength derived from the prop. Take a deep breath. Hands on the waist, separate your feet. Broad stance. Rotate your left foot out. So now your left toes are parallel to the wall. Hands on the waist. Bend your left knee. And keeping the spine vertical, slide your right foot away to allow your left thigh to be parallel as much as possible to the ground. Now your knee may be trying to get away from the wall. You need to consciously open your left hip to allow the left knee to go toward the wall. No aggression, conscious movements, conscious recruiting various muscles and bones and joints. Arms up. Keep the shoulders relaxed as you keep your arms up, palms facing down. Turn your head and gaze at your left fingertips. Then sink down just a bit as you bend your left knee just a bit more. Veerabhadrasana, second variation with wall support. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist, straighten up the knee, bring your feet comfortably closer, stand relaxed. Come back to the mat. Let's approach Veerabhadrasana practice without the wall support and see how the experience is. Not to really judge, it is to find out what the reality is without the wall. Could be you might feel liberated without the prop, or you might not. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskar Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. You can bend your knees, allow your abdomen to relax on your thighs. Head down, shoulders relaxed, surrender. In Uttanasana, in inversion. Allowing the heart to take advantage of the gravity to relax a bit. The hungry organ, the brain, can be fed without fighting gravity. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees further, bring your fingertips by the sides of your feet. Inhaling, left foot back, long step back, long step. As far as you can get, look up. 5, Ashvasanchalana. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your left foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up, face the left wall. Look down at your feet. Your feet are aligned to the side edge of your mat. So make your adjustments. The back foot might have to go back a bit so that the line from the right big toe and heel are going through the back arch, aligned to the edges of the mat. And now start bending your right knee and send the right knee toward where the right toes are pointing to. And always remembering to keep the spine straight. And if the right knee is going inside of the right big toe, consciously see if you can straighten up the right knee. You need to open your right deeply into the hip. You need to open the right hip to bring the right knee toward the toes. Arms up. Relax the shoulders. Gazing at your right fingertips. Veerabhadrasana. Second variation. Bending your right knee just a bit more, sinking directly down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Straighten up the knee. Look toward where the right toes are pointing to. Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Feet close together. Holding plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Beyond the toes, you can slightly bend the knees. Your seat bones going away from your palms. You're not moving the palms, you're not moving your feet. Head down. You can bend your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet close together. Left foot forward. Ashvasanchalana. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, coming up, face your right wall. Inline stance, use your edge of the mat as a reference. Inline stance, and start bending your left knee going toward the left ankle, and slide your back foot further if you need to get the left thigh parallel to the ground as much as you can, keeping the spine straight, vertical. And check the knee, see if your knee is on top of the ankle rather than it is going towards the inside of the left big toe. Arms up, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front, down. Shoulders relaxed. And then gazing at your left fingertips, Veerabhadrasana, second variation, slightly bending the left knee just a bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist, straighten up the left knee. Look toward where the left toes is pointing to, Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back plank. Knees down. Separate your knees as you take your seat bones toward the heels, head down. Shashankasana, relax your shoulders. Separate your knees enough to allow your abdomen to breathe. You can have your toes pointing back if that's comfortable. Shoulders completely relaxed, elbows down. Watch your breath. It is a relaxed posture. If this is not relaxing you, simply sit in Sukhasana and relax. Where you are standing relaxed or sitting in Sukhasana and relax, the practice of staying with your breath continues. Take a deep breath. Come to cat posture. Knees hip width apart. Feet hip width apart. Shoulders over the wrists. Hip joints over the knees. Inhaling, look up, spine down. Exhaling, chin to the chest, spine up. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, take a deep breath. Keep your feet hip width apart and come to plank posture. Plank posture with your feet hip width apart. And from there, Adho Mukha Svanasana, be on the toes, palms and fingers rooting to the mat. You can bend the knees, not a problem. And from here, inhaling, right foot forward, place the right foot closer to the right palm. Even if you need 2-3 steps to do that, do that. Ashva. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up and face where the right toes are pointing to. Where the right toes are pointing to. Santo, you need to turn. Turn your upper body. Yes, good, good, that's it. Your left foot is at 45-degree angle, the front line. Right toes are pointing directly. Now consciously bring the left hip forward toward where the right toes are pointing to. So the hips, shoulders, and gaze are all aligned toward where the right toes are pointing to. Now this would require kind of a twist on the leg. The upper part of the leg toward the thigh, the hip, is turning toward the front, whereas the lower part of the leg toward the foot is anchored at 45 degrees. Start bending the right knee. Send the right knee directly toward where the right toes are pointing to. And slide your left foot just a bit back if you need to bring your right thigh parallel to the ground. Keeping the left hip facing toward where the right toes are pointing to. Your left foot is flat on the mat. It's not collapsing on the left inner arch. The entire left foot is flat on the mat. Arms up, press the palms. Gazing at your thumbs. Bend your right knee just a bit more, sinking your spine directly downward. Veerabhadrasana. First variation, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Your feet are hip width apart. 5. Abdomen engaged fully to keep the hips up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Adho Mukha Svanasana without moving your feet or palms. You can bend the knees. You can be on the toes. Bend the knees. Head completely relaxed. Shoulder blades on your back, gently going toward each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, left foot going forward, left closer to the left palm. Remember, since we are starting with our feet hip width apart, we want to maintain that hip width. So it is easier for you to face your hips, both the hips towards the front. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, straighten up and face where the left toes are pointing to. Bring your right hip also to face front. Your right hip may be facing your right or tending to face the right wall, the front of the hip. Bring the right front of the hip also to face where the left toes are pointing. Start bending your left knee and bring the left knee on top of the left ankle and slide your back foot further to bring your left thigh parallel to the ground. And after you slide your back foot further, once again, bring the right hip forward to face where the left toes are pointing to. Spine vertical, the spine might be tending to lean toward the left knee. Bringing consciously, engaging your core just a bit more. Bring the spine vertical. Arms up, press the palms. Gazing at your thumbs. Bend your left knee just a bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Ashwasachala. Left foot back, plank. Knees down. Separate your knees. Take your seat bones toward your heels. Toes can point to the back, head down. Arms relaxed. Separate your knees as comfortably as you need to. And if this is not comforting you, simply sit in Sukhasana. Relax. Take a deep breath, exhale. Come to cat posture. Veerabhadrasana, third variation, requires a leg lift. Just practice the leg lift just a bit. Tuck your toes in the cat posture. Stretch the right leg toward the back wall, toes pointing back. Sorry. Yeah, you can point the toes toward the back wall. Look to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee down. Take a deep breath. Left leg to the back. Left toes pointing back. Your left hip front is still facing down. Your left hip is not opening out. Look to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee down. Take a deep breath, exhale. Tuck your toes in, Adho Mukha Svanasana, without moving your palms or toes. This may be a shorter distance, but your normal comfort. Stay here for a bit. Palms are rooting to the mat. You may be on your toes or heels down, maybe also. But you can slightly bend the knees to allow you to flatten your back. Head down. Bring your feet close together. Lift your right leg up, right toes pointing to the ceiling. You can bend your left knee more to allow the chest to move toward the left knee so the right toes can reach toward the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down. Take a deep breath. Left leg up. Bend your right knee a bit more so your chest can go toward the right knee, allowing your left toes to reach for the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot down, knees down, Vajrasana or Sukhasana. You lift the leg against the gravity. You're using the gravity to strengthen the back of the leg muscles, and the lower back, the upper back. Let's approach Veerabhadrasana with the support of the wall. Come up to standing. Stand with your palms against the wall. Palms against the wall. Now, walk your palms down as you walk back to bring your arms and your upper body parallel to the ground. Now, bring your feet right underneath your hips. Your feet are right underneath you might have to bend your knees to bring your feet right underneath your hips first. You might have restriction on your hamstring to bring your upper body parallel to the ground, your arms parallel to the ground. Take the support of the wall. Feet close together. Lift your right leg up and bring the right leg parallel to the ground. See if you can lift the right leg up. You can bend the left knee a bit more if you need to bring the right leg up. Right toes are pointing toward the back wall. And lift the head up and gaze at the wall. Veerabhadrasana, third variation with the support of the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down. Walk toward the wall, hands on the waist, release the arms. Stand relaxed. Take a deep breath, exhale. Let's repeat Veerabhadrasana, third variation with the wall support on the other side, palms against the wall. palms are shoulder width apart. Walk your palms down as you walk your feet back. Bring your upper body and the arms parallel to the ground. You might have to slightly bend the knees. So bring your upper body from your seat bones toward the head, your spine parallel, feet close together. Rajiva, you can walk your palms further down, just a bit. Walk your palms further down. Yes. You can slightly bend the knees if you need to. Feet close together. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Lift your left leg up toward the back wall. Closer point. Lift your head up and gaze. 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Walk your feet toward the wall, hands on the waist. Straightly. Lying down on your back. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Side to side. Settle back down. Surrender in Shavasana. Make any final movements you feel necessary to relieve any tension anywhere in the body. And then proceed to surrender. So you don't have to move at all for the next few minutes. Jaws relaxed. Have a smile, perhaps, to brighten up your face. Shoulders relaxed. Hips relaxed. Knees relaxed. Feet relaxed. Elbows and hands relaxed. Being alert to the flow of experience around your abdomen. Without any physical or mental strain, resting your attention. What a miracle to be alive and alive. Relax. Relax. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana, come to sitting. Taking your hands back, inhaling, growing taller, exhaling, bending forward, thanking the earth. Inhaling, coming up, rubbing your palms vigorously, gently to your feet. Massaging your closed eyes and gently blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you all so much for giving me this opportunity. Have a good evening and a good day ahead. Thank you.